Hey everybody. So welcome to the Unknown Unknowns podcast. Uh, where we talk about the unknown unknowns, and I'm still not 100% sure what the podcast is ever going to be about. Princess Mia is making her appearance, and she's nibbling my ear. She's not biting, but she's planning on it. She's doing nibbles right now. Uh, so I think she's becoming an addition to the podcast that I was not expecting to be such a prominent part. She so looks forward to this podcast. You have no idea. She will come into my studio, which is really just a little game room, but she'll come into this space and she'll sit on this sofa and meow for the podcast to get done. So she's a silly girl, and so we'll let her do her thing. First, normally I've been leaving this to the end, but I want to hit this first. I do thank people for reaching out and giving me topics. It's awesome. I've had people thank me on stuff, and I've been kind of not even knowing it, but kind of hitting more than one audience with some of the topics that I've been covering, because we all deal with different experiences, and then people that listen, they will adapt the subject to their own experience in their own life of what they're trying to do in their career, or if they're a different kind of entertainer other than a comic, or they're dealing with situations at work. So I've had people reach out and and give me kudos, tell me that they've enjoyed some of the subject matter lately. So that makes me feel good. So what I want to get into within the first minute and a half of the podcast, BOODRO comedy, on YouTube, on Instagram. That's my Gmail, BOODRO comedy at gmail.com. I definitely encourage everyone to share ideas. I really enjoy getting different ideas. Like I say, some of them I'll take, some of them I won't. But the main thing is everywhere I post, please hit the like button, hit the share button, encourage others to follow. I'm real close to a milestone on YouTube, and it might seem like a silly milestone to others, but I think we need to celebrate the little stuff just as much as we celebrate the big stuff. I am close to hitting 100 followers on YouTube, and that's a milestone of mine. I think that's huge for me to, essentially start this channel at the beginning of the year, not really knowing exactly what it was going to be, what it was about. I started the podcast at the beginning of the year, so that's when I really started pushing the YouTube channel. Before that, it was just a place I would post my comedy, but I really wasn't pushing it. So that's a little false information. I've had the YouTube channel for a couple years now, but I'm just, since the beginning of the year, I've really been pushing it because I want this to work. I want it to work. I want to be able to, like I say over and over again, make a living on my creativity. And so does Mimu. Mimu wants me to make a living on my creativity so I can sit on this sofa as much as possible, and she can nibble on my freaking ear. She is biting the back of my head so hard. Please like and share, encourage people to go to BOODRO comedy. Hit the follow on YouTube, follow my Facebook, follow my Instagram. I take what I think are some really cool pictures whenever I go do comedy. You'll see crazy things that you normally don't see other places in some of these venues. If you ever make your way out to Chattanooga, there's a little bar called JJ's Bohemia that does comedy, and that is one of the most eclectic bars I've ever been into. It's really, really cool. They have some cool sculpture. They have some cool art on the walls. I always get just a super unique picture there. So that's one of my places I really enjoy going and taking a picture, to be able to post. But follow my Instagram. I'm starting to get to where I'm updating the Instagram stories and stuff, but again, still technologically not all that strong. So some of that stuff, a little bit of a struggle for me, but I'm trying to get used to it. But this week, I had somebody hit me up and ask me to do a podcast about influence. Like I've done things about key motivators and stuff like that, and staying motivated. But I had somebody hit me up about influencers. I'm not going to do that tonight because I have something else that I wanted to do tonight. I want to do just kind of something kind of funny, kind of silly. But I do have plans for that influencers one. I think I'm going to take that one on the road and work out, trying to line up a couple people to maybe have a group discussion about it. I think it would be fun to have a group discussion about that. So I don't have anything rock solid yet, but I'm reaching out to a couple people right after I finish this. And so hopefully they, we can make it work. The hardest thing is getting together with people, just because everybody has, such busy schedules. Now, speaking of comedy, I just did Flowbama, which is in Muscle Shoals, or Florence. No, it's in Florence. I'm sorry. It's in Florence, Alabama. Flowbama. Really cool spot. Really great stage. Mr. Skip Nichols put that show on. In that Muscle Shoals, Florence area. They have those Shoals comics, and they're just a real tight knit group. Really cool to see that they're all pushing each other really hard to get better and really develop their comedy and play as many shows as possible. It's really, really neat to see. So I enjoy spending time with those people as much as possible. I thank Skip Nichols for, I had to ask for special concessions because I ended up having to work late, and so I did not get to the show until late, and so he accommodated and put me on the latter half of the show, which I greatly appreciate. I do thank you, making that possible where I was able to perform. I didn't have to cancel, so that's really, I did Laughing Skull and Shenanigans, some open mics, it's fun stuff. A guy caused a bit of a problem at Laughing Skull. Definitely don't suggest, if somebody's going to give you stage time, that you make an ass out of yourself. And that's what that dude did. He made an ass out of himself. And so I definitely don't, encourage that. Coming up stuff, I don't have my calendar in front of me, a little irresponsible on my part. I don't think I have anything right away. I'll post on social media if I have anything right away, and I do apologize if it was a show that I was supposed to promote, because I'm definitely dropping the ball, because I've been up forever, so I'm a little bit punchy, and so that's why I wanted to do something silly. I wanted to do something that if I find out I am one, it's gonna irk me, and the fact that it's gonna irk me makes it a little bit more possible that I am one. So there's a young lady I work with that listens to me on a daily basis, talk about the things that interest me and talk about the things that irritate me, and talk about the things that I can live without, but then the things that she expects me to say that aren't important or aren't influencing to me, all of a sudden I bust out with like, oh yeah, I really like that. And she was like, you are so a hipster. Okay, so she drops the bombshell on me that I am a hipster. Okay, and I said, my first response was, no, I'm not. And she was like, why would you say that? And I said, because I don't have the hipster starter kit. Okay, and so If you don't know what the hipster starter kit is, the hipster starter kit are big black frame glasses and a septum. Okay, septum piercing. That is the hipster starter kit. Not like a gauge septum, like not something that's gauged up. It's going to be the Lady Gaga model, I like to call it, which is the 18 gauge, 14 gauge, nothing huge. Okay, I mean, I know people that they can put their thumb through their septum. They're not hipsters. They're like actually like the really nicest people you've ever met in your life. But they just look scary. But really, nicest people do anything for you at any time. You ask them anything, to do anything to help you. But I do not have the hipster starter kit. And she says, well, that's not what I'm talking about. She's like, you're more of like this deep-rooted hipster, okay? Just because I'll come out with just like the craziest stuff that I'll enjoy. And then like I'll say that I enjoy opera, and she's like, see, that's hipster, okay, because nobody expects me to enjoy opera, but I do. And then like I'll sit there and I'll talk about paintings, and I'll talk about movies, and whenever she doesn't get a movie reference, I just look at her with disgust, and she's like, you're looking at me just like you're a hipster. So that being said, I decided to start researching what makes a hipster, okay? And so looking at a couple things, they had some silly stuff, like they had one, it was like, is my child becoming a hipster? And it was, is my child eating special cheeses? Is my child searching out, special root beers? And it was just silly, it was stupid. But then I came across this other portion, and this may completely blow up in my face, because I did not, as soon as I saw this, I stopped and I said, this is going to be the podcast. So either it's going to be a huge success where I find out whether or not I am a hipster, or this thing is 100% spam and I should have did more research, but I didn't. So if it ends up being 100% spam, we may end up doing a Wikipedia search, because Wikipedia is this generation's Bible. Everything on it is true. So working on the working on, I don't even know the last time I've done a comedy set and said actually during that comedy set. So that's a positive thing, but definitely working on the consciously, still very hard to beat. One of my friends from back home says I just have too much of the down the bayou coon ass ingrained in me to leave out the because we say a lot. So that's our let me get to my next thought. So let me delay by saying so subject matter at hand. Am I a hipster? Okay. And so what I found was it's a yes or no quiz will officially determine if you're a hipster. Getting ready to take a hipster quiz. I don't know if taking quizzes are hipster. I used to hate quizzes in school because I always felt like I was not prepared for it. So this is what it reads before you start the quiz. Hipsters are known for their offbeat, indie taste. They enjoy fashion, music. See, I don't really enjoy fashion, but I have a style. I don't know if that's the same thing. So they enjoy fashion, music. I love music, really all kinds of music. Food and activities. Love food. Love food. Food is, I'm from South Louisiana. We love food. Like, we will patiently wait for food we truly enjoy. Okay? And not even care that we had to wait, just if we enjoy it. Let's see. They enjoy fashion, music, food, and activities that are considered outside of the current social mainstream. Okay, and that's where she said, oh, I tattoo, you tattoo, and then you do comedy, which is super cool, and then you paint, which is super cool, and all. So that's why she defines me as hipster. The hipster lifestyle is one in which independent music labels, vintage clothes, gosh, dog, and artisanal foods feature prominently. Okay? Oh, gosh. These have become telltale signs to spot a person who favors that lifestyle. Are you a hipster yourself? That's what I'm asking myself right now. Do you get agitated when you see friends share videos on dead trends? Oh gosh. Like planking or playing with fidget spinners. Uh, let's just say I may have thrown eye rolls or asked the question, yeah, why is that cool? Or have you ever felt tempted to say that, oh man, I can't even read this word, that an artiste, lesser known, better work during a conversation about his latest chart hits? Yeah, I do. I'm not, like, I do talk about songs that are less popular. But again, I don't think music really defines hipster. If yes, then maybe you do share something in common with a hipster. Just answer yes or no to the following telltale signs of a hipster. Based on whether you do the following things, we can tell you if you are newest hipster in town or not at all. Okay, so I'm starting my quiz. And I hate the fact that I'm taking this quiz, just to tell you the truth. Do you get annoyed when people talk about or follow old trends? So, old trends. Like gosh, dog. I need somebody here to call me on whether or not I'm about to lie to myself. I hate with a passion the stupid Fortnite dance. I don't even know if that's an old trend. The first time I saw it, it was old to me. So, old trends. I'm going to say yeah. Okay, I'm a big fan of Jim Florentine. I hate with a passion people that take selfies. Okay, I don't enjoy them. I don't, like, the only time I will ever even consider putting myself in a picture is if, like, I'm taking a photo of a place I'm at. You know, like I took a selfie, and Jim Florentine would hate me for saying that, but I took a selfie in front of Fargo, the Fargo, North Dakota sign, because I'm such a fan of the movie. So I'm going to say yes. Do you prefer indie musicians to mainstream ones? There needs to be a little bit more, like, there needs to be some examples on this of exactly what indie musicians are. You know, because, like, if you take me in high school, I really enjoyed, you know, Rage Against the Machine. I really enjoyed, you know, early Metallica. You know, but even whenever Metallica released the Black Album, it's still one of my favorite albums. You know, I had Load, Reload, all those, and I mean, that was all mainstream stuff. You know, I love Down. I love listening to Down. They're more of an indie band, even though Phil was, you know, lead singer of Pantera. I love Crowbar, Corrosion of Conformity. Gosh, dog. I think those are all indie musicians. So, I think I'm going to have to say yes. I'm really hoping that all of these, if you answer, you know, yes. Do you shop regularly at Whole Foods or Trader Joe's? No. That if you purposely redirect your day to go shopping at a Whole Foods or a Trader Joe's, you're an idiot. Because all those food places do is what they're doing is they're using marketing tactics to get more money out of your pocket. So if you're shopping at those places, you're stupid. Okay? No. I got kids, so I cannot afford to pay $8.99 for whole organic apple juice. Okay, just give me the same sugar water with apple flavoring in it, and that's what I'll feed my kid because that's what I grew up on also. So, no, I do not shop regularly at Whole Foods or Trader Joe's. Very rarely. I've been there. I'm not going to say I've never been there, but very rarely. Do you love Starbucks? No, hate Starbucks. $6 for a coffee. That's stupid. Gosh, that being said, God, this is where I need somebody sitting here. All right, I drink Starbucks coffee every day, and I just realized that. But I don't get it from a Starbucks. I get it from Walmart in a bag, but I brew freaking Starbucks coffee. The caramel flavored coffee is so good. I brew it every day. Gosh, dog. So, do I love Starbucks? See, now is it the place or the coffee? Gosh, that's an interpretation question. That is an interpretations question. Do you love Starbucks? Like, I hate the place. Like, I don't like the place. I don't enjoy being in there. I think everything's overpriced. I think it's ridiculous. I've been in them. I mean, the environment seems okay, just it's not my deal. But I drink Starbucks coffee every day. Gosh, dog. And the only reason why I drink the Starbucks coffee is because we have Death Box coffee at work. Okay, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a informative special on Death Box coffee sooner than later. So just wait around for that. So, is this a yes or a no? Gosh, dog. I drink the coffee every day. And I do love it. It's really good coffee. Gosh, dog. This is not looking good. Do you wear a lot of plaid? Dog, do I wear a lot of plaid? I wear plaid every day. Every day I wear plaid. Jeez. This is so not. But see, like, I grew up in a grunge era. I grew up, like, we wanted our high school song to be Smells Like Teen Spirit. Okay? So I don't look at that as hipster thing. I look at that as grunge. Okay? So just to clarify my side of the story. But yes, I do wear plaid almost every day. Do you love shopping at thrift stores? Gosh, dog, I'm in thrift stores all the time. Thrift stores, antique stores. Oh, jeez. I'm going to end up being a freaking hipster, man. Gosh, dog. Yes, I shop at thrift stores all the time. If you go and follow my Instagram, you'll see many of my thrift store adventures where I take pictures with very fancy hats and sunglasses and jackets and things of that nature. So check it out. You'll love it. Do you wear glasses that don't have a prescription? Yet another trick question. Okay? Because at work, I am required by policy to wear safety glasses. Those are glasses without a prescription. I also wear sunglasses on the way to work. Okay? Again, glasses without a prescription. That's a little bit of an interpretive question. Now, the picture, the young lady that they have pictured here, it's like a designer frame with clear lenses. I would never do that. To me, That is dumb. So I'm going to say no to this one. And I feel like I'm winning just a little bit right now. Do you only post artsy photos on your Instagram? Oh gosh. I am so up until this point, all I've been talking about are the artsy photos on my Instagram, encouraging everybody to go check out my Instagram because I take all these artsy photos. And then one of the questions on the stupid freaking quiz is do you take artsy pictures on your Instagram? Jeez, gosh, dog, this is really killing me inside. I hope you know. So yes, I do post mainly artsy pictures on my Instagram. Go check it out. Boudreaux Comedy on Instagram. Boodro Comedy on Instagram. Do you use a record player to listen to music? Yeah. Okay. Not currently, but right behind my studio sofa, there's 4 boxes of records, and we have a record player downstairs. We're refinishing the cabinet that everything's going in, and plan to listen to an album every weekend. So my intention is 100% fully there to listen to a bunch of old albums. Gosh, dog, man. Do you have a long beard or a pixie cut? Okay, so if you're watching this, it appears that I have a pixie cut. I do not. I've been growing my hair out. I plan to grow it long. I don't plan to have a pixie cut. Beard. Do not have a beard. Can't grow one. I got way too much redneck DNA. It comes in all patchy and everything. But now my coworker did say that I take extra care of my sideburns, like a hipster would take care of their beard. But still, don't have a beard, and I keep my sideburns well manicured. So I think this is a loophole that I win. So I'm going to say no. Do you prefer beer over wine? Yes. Overwhelmingly, yes. Wine sucks. Do you wear vintage tees? Not really. Like, I have my favorite t-shirts that I wear, but they're just my favorite shirts. They've been around for a while now. They have vintage images on. Damn. Like, my Jaws shirt is one of my favorite shirts. It's a vintage looking tee. Gosh, this is a hard one. Yet again, there needs to be some interpretive to this. I would say I got my Cobra Kai tee. Gosh, dog, yes. Cobra Kai, Jaws. List just goes on and on. I got a Overlook Motel shirt. Just old movies. Vintage style tees. Do you fancy wearing beanies? No. I actually only wear... I just can't believe I just said actually. I only wear beanies whenever it's cold. I do not wear beanies year round. So that is a victory no. Do you watch foreign language movies? What does that really have to do with anything? If it's a good movie and it happens to be in a foreign language, why not watch it? Now, do I seek out foreign language movies just to watch? No, I don't. But if it happens to be a movie that I want to see and it's in a foreign language, yeah, I'll watch it and I'll read subtitles. I don't mind doing that, but I don't seek them out. So I think this is a victory for me. I'm going to say no. Do you love rainbow-themed food? This is a tricky one because I really enjoy gummy bears. And I have a king cake downstairs right now on my island because Mardi Gras was last week and the store at a house had them on sale. It's kind of rainbow colors, Mardi Gras colored. Do I enjoy rainbow colored food? Well, I mean, if it tastes good. But I mean, again, that's not something that I seek out. That's weird. That's a weird question. I think a hipster thought of that question. So I'm going to say no. Hold on, my phone shut off. Gotta keep track of my time. Alright. And finally, do you love kale? No. I do not. I think kale might as well be dirt. Tastes like dirt. You know, I wouldn't eat just dirt on purpose. Not gonna eat kale on purpose. So, no. Alright, this is the moment of truth. Am I a hipster? Show me my results. Oh! So, sign up. I gotta sign up to see my results. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Man, this is where they get you. This is where hipsters get you. So I gotta sign up, so I'll just use old email that I really don't use all that much and let the spam go to that one. Gosh, dog. I am a hipster. The quiz says I'm a hipster. Jeez. So it says, you are a hipster. You get annoyed when people just start talking about how amazing your usual hangout spot is since you have to find a new one. You judge people's unhealthy lifestyles. Why aren't you vegan? I would never be vegan. Ever, ever, ever. I think being vegan is against our natural selection. So I would never be vegan. So take that, non-hipster. I'm a non-hipster. You know what? So I've just been living the same way I've been living for so long. I've watched hipsters become something. Like, I've watched hipsters become something. If you have to ask me, hipsters aren't hipsters. They're boudreaux, okay? They've adapted the things that I find interesting, the things that I find unique, and they've adapted to them. They're not hipsters. They're boudreaux. They're trying to be me. I'm not trying to be hipster. They're trying to be boudreaux. And I don't like it. I think they should leave me to my own style and get a style of their own. So I'm going to print this out and bring it to work. And now that I know, I'm a hipster. But hipsters are just trying to be boudreaux. If y'all have made it to this point, thank you very much for listening. Hit the like button, hit the share button, tag some people in it, encourage them to follow the Unknown Unknowns podcast. Hopefully I can line some things up and I'll have a podcast next week on influence. I think that's going to be a good one. If it's not the influence subject, I have a couple other things I've been tossing around in my head, but it'll be next week, guaranteed. I'm not stopping this for anything. I really enjoy it. It's an outlet. It's a creative outlet, which I love. And I like the fact that I'm starting to get feedback and people are telling me that they're enjoying it. So please keep listening, like, share, encourage people to follow me on YouTube. Like I say, I'm really close to a goal, and like I'm gonna keep setting these small milestones and I'm gonna hit them, and if you put it to you this way, you put enough small milestones in front of you, eventually you have a highway that you've created, and that's what I plan to do. So keep that in mind. Be good to yourself. Thank yourself. Enjoy what you do. And I will see you next week. Y'all have a good one. Later.